Hi everyone, and welcome back to your Real Conversation English lesson with me, your teacher, Chris. It's great to see you again, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Subscribe now so you get all of our new lessons and all the great content that we have here from before. If you have any questions about where to start in the curriculum, leave me a message down below and I'll tell you where to start. We can have some questions and I'll place you in the course where your current ability is. So today we have an interesting topic like all of our topics. It's about martial arts. Martial arts. It should be fun. So remember, here is how the lesson starts. First, I will ask you the question and then I'll give you some time to answer me back. And then at the very end, I'll give you my answers. Now, I've been talking to some of the students and they said to lower the video down a little bit. So let's try this new camera angle. Do you like it better? Let me know. And also, we are going to be starting a business English course. Cool. So if there are things that you are interested in me teaching you, leave a comment down below and I'll try and put it in the new curriculum that I'm starting to build because I have an MBA and I have lots of experience with business, especially teaching English. So business experience, English experience, business English teacher. So let's give it a try. Let's see how it works. And maybe I can help you be more successful at your business endeavors, your entrepreneurship, anything. Let me know what you think. But first, let's get started with today's conversation. Okay. Have you ever studied a martial art? Cool. Can you name any Japanese, Chinese, or Korean martial arts? How about Brazilian or a different country? Because many countries have their own martial arts. So do you know one of theirs? I think all martial arts styles are pretty cool. So I'm curious to see which ones you're familiar with and maybe which ones you know. Which martial art is best in your opinion? Now, this is an opinion, so you have to explain why. One more time, which martial art is the best in your opinion? I think it's going to be interesting to see how many people have a different opinion. And remember, there's no arguing down in the comments. We just comment back and forth and we discuss. No anger, just discuss, okay? And remember, discuss these things, especially the opinion questions. Go into the comments and practice with the other people leaving comments. Talk to them. Engage, interact, okay? That's very important to the success of this course, as well as your own ability, improving it and practicing it. Do you like fighting? Someone's singing. Can you hear that? Someone's singing in the background. Awesome. No, I'm being sarcastic. I don't know who that is, but that's annoying, especially in a huge building like this. Why, Korea? Why? Do you fight often? I think fighting is something that can be changed. Wow, they're really loud. Fighting can be something that can change. Is it fighting for some type of perverse enjoyment, or is it fighting for sport? Because nowadays, fighting is more of a sport. Next question. Have you ever been in a real fight? And did you win? Fighting is always an interesting thing, because when you ask someone a question like that, have you been in a fight? And you think, oh, for a sport. But often people have been in a real fight for anger or emotional issues. I hope you won, and I hope it was worth it. Do you think it's useful to study a martial art? That should be an interesting answer. I think I'm excited to see this answer too. Now, here's the cool stuff. Do you like Hong Kong kung fu movies? I think a lot of people around the world truly do like Hong Kong kung fu movies. So it's going to be interesting. If you don't, that is perfectly fine, right? That's okay. But the next few questions might be difficult to answer. What is your favorite kung fu movie? Something like kung fu movies is going to have some really unique opinions on which one's the best or which one's their favorite. So I'm excited to see, and maybe I'll find a new kung fu movie to watch, because maybe you've seen one that's your favorite, but I haven't seen it. So that'd be awesome. Oh wait, I did that one. Do you know anything about martial arts history? And what do you know? Cool, right? I think a lot of people have this mixed opinion about martial arts and its value, and they don't really understand the true history of a martial art and why it was created and what its real purpose was. Do you think it is important to preserve? Preserve means to save. Do you think it is important to preserve tradition in martial arts? Okay, my turn. Now remember, leave your comments in the answer. I did that one other lesson too. I flipped it, right? Leave your answers to these questions in the comments down below, and I'll check them for you and help you. So remember to practice this video multiple times, at least 3 times. Play it again and practice talking to me, because repetition, practicing again and again, helps you get better at forming the patterns necessary to be good at communicating. Just like you've been seeing through all of these lessons, our answers are based on a simple pattern that keeps reoccurring. We use the same foundations to build sentences, and I'm sure that you've noticed this. So keep practicing them. Keep practicing them because it becomes even faster. Now, have you ever studied a martial art? Yes, I have. I'm a big guy. I have a big belly, but I'm a big guy. I like sports, and I grew up liking martial arts. So I studied Okinawan Serokan, and I studied Kung Fu, and I've done Muay Thai here in Korea, and some MMA, and boxing isn't really a martial art, but I put that in there because it could be used as a type of martial arts. Can you name any Japanese, Korean, Chinese martial arts? Yes, I studied Okinawan Serokan, that's Japanese karate, and I studied Kung Fu, which is Chinese. And Korean, you could do Taekwondo or Komdo. And no, I haven't done Taekwondo because I'm not very flexible, so kicking is not really my style. I'm more of a upper body kind of punch guy, or more of an Aikido type throwing, locking type of a person. Which martial arts is best in your opinion and why? That is a hard question. Each martial art was created for a different purpose, all of which, center on the same idea of self-defense. Yes, but they have different approaches. Like Krav Maga is more of a attack and finish it, end it quickly. Whereas Kung Fu or Tai Chi could be, defend and try and dissuade, try and encourage the other person that this isn't going to work out well, get away from me type of thing. So, older Chris, now that I'm older, I think Kung Fu is more my style because I don't want to encourage a show of who's stronger anymore. I think I'm pretty strong, but I just don't like hurting people. So that's something that I prefer, to redirect fighting. Do you like fighting? I used to very much enjoy fighting and the skill behind it. And when I had more anger, I used to like hitting, but now my anger is much lower, so I don't enjoy fighting as much. And maybe because I'm older and I have a family, and you can hear my neck, right? If I have any more damage to my neck from fighting, because I used to fight a lot, that could go badly for me. So, no more getting on the ground and fighting, because my neck is not where it should be, not what it used to be. Do you often fight? No, I don't fight anymore. But don't try anything. I don't fight, but I'm always a little bit anxious. That's just my natural state of being. So I'm always paying attention to people and things around me. So I don't like to fight, but I'm always ready for it to an extent. Have you ever been in a fight and did you win? I've been in many fights for sport and because some people are not very good people. And did I win? Yes. I would consider one a draw for sure. But yeah, I won all of them. I'm a big guy. I'm a big guy, and I used to really like fighting. It was a good thing for me, and it was a bad thing. So yeah, one of them was definitely a draw though. He was strong. Do you like Kung Fu, Hong Kong Kung Fu movies? Yes, I grew up watching them. When I was a kid, TV still had black and white channels. I know, right? I'm not really that old, but they still had some, like the public broadcast channels, and they would play Kung Fu movies on Saturday. So I grew up watching Kung Fu movies, and, I've always enjoyed them. What is your favorite Kung Fu movie? That's a hard one. There are so many, iconic and well-known ones. One of my favorite is Ip Man. I love the story of his life, and Donnie Yen played him amazingly. So I like that one. And what else? Jackie Chan, Drunken Master. It's always going to be a good movie, you know, the one that you just enjoy. Do you know anything about martial arts history? Yeah, I know some. Martial arts has been around all around the world, all over the world, and its original concept was defense. It's not an attack per se. My lips are really dry. I'm taking cold medicine still, which is why I haven't answered a lot of the comments yet, but I'm getting to it. Don't worry. The other day I did about 100 of them, but I still have a lot to answer. Whew. But yes, so that's why I'm kind of stumbling. My lips are dry. Martial arts is a defensive type thing, and each culture developed their own way of defending. So you see extremely unique styles. I really like the history of martial arts and the purpose of it behind it, and why that is kind of a beautiful thing, because it's not all about just fighting. Most martial arts, like I said, is about stopping fights and, you know, keeping other people safe. It's not about fighting and seeing who's the strongest. It's about stopping it. Do you think it is important to preserve tradition in martial arts? I think traditions that do not do disservice to specific people or, you know, anything like that, that don't harm, they should be preserved, because knowing where we've come from in the past is a good thing to always remember when you look forward to the future. Tradition is a good place to look and see what was successful or what was not successful, because traditions can be both successful or not successful. To look back and see what was a mistake or what was a great idea and use that for planning your moves forward is always a good thing. Martial arts is something that the core belief of most martial arts is to not attack. It is to defend and preserve the safety of others. And that tradition should be maintained. It's so important. And, you know, sadly, it's been lost in a lot of stuff because of the sport aspect of MMA and things like that. But the true beliefs behind martial arts and the true traditions, I think, are very, very good, and they should continue, especially respect. Martial arts teaches a majority, a very large percentage of respect to those above you, those with more experience, to those who teach. And that is something that our society is missing. You know, the young do not respect the older and the teachers anymore, the elders, as much as they should. Knowledge is not really as respected as it used to be. So preserving tradition, that would be a fantastic one, and I wish that it would continue to grow back into a societal norm, because the loss of knowledge that's been passed down is something we can never get back. Now, if you enjoyed this lesson, hit the like button, share it with your friends, especially on WhatsApp and on the Facebook groups that you're a member of, because a lot of people, they don't know that I teach free English lessons, and I have complete courses like phonics and basic sentences and speaking and writing. They don't know that I'm there. So help them find me, help them learn English just like I'm helping you learn English. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.